Welcome back. So we not called Let's Talk About It no more. Way too generic. When I initially threw that out to the boys, it was kind of like a nonchalant thing, and then like I started looking around on YouTube. Everybody got that name. So we are now known as the Black Man's Routine. So yeah, that's us. We got a new person in the building. We all know him, a friend of mine, Marquise. He's going to do a little quick introduction, and we're going to jump into today's topic.
Hey, I'm Marquise, 24 years old, 2 kids, girl at home. I'm just here to chop it up with the guys.
Alright, bet. Alright, so yeah, I already told y'all what this was going to be about. Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to Kevin. I got a lot to say about this brother. So first and foremost, I discovered Kevin during the pandemic in 2020. It was like April. You know what? I know I discovered him. There's a gamer that I watch. His name is the Black Hokage, and he had mentioned him about stuff he was talking about. So I just thought it was interesting because this guy, if you know the Black Hokage, he don't talk about anybody and almost never big ups anybody. So but he was talking about this guy and how he like agrees with some of the stuff he talks about and some he doesn't. So I was like, maybe I'll just check this dude out, see what he's talking about. And what I found was a whole new world to me, cause I mean, y'all familiar with who he is. In media, you don't really see too many black men big upping, or not big upping, but more so you don't see black men building up other black men and holding us accountable for things that we do and don't do. So it was a new world for me, and I was like immediately like in there, like watching stream after stream after stream, and I'm just like taking all this information, and Kevin like really changed my mindset, and really I can really say it changed my life. Like there was a period in time in my life, right? I graduated college in 2017. I had absolutely I had no idea where I was going after that. Like it was kind of like life has life for me didn't really have a structure, and in most people's lives it doesn't have a structure. But for me it was like go to school, go to school, go to school. So after I finished school, it was kind of like, well, what now? And I had film, that's what I went to school for, that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't know like what steps to take or what decisions I had to make. Like none of that was laid out in front of me, and I had no idea. People would ask me, what you doing or where you going, and I would give them like vague ass answers, like bullshit. Like
next question. See ya.
When I say I was bullshit, it was vague ass answers. I had no idea what the fuck I was gonna do. I knew that I had been to Canada a few times, and the Canada scene for filmmaking was growing, and the Toronto Film Festival has become like such a big thing now that it was like a breeding ground for like new filmmakers to go, instead of going to LA or going to Miami, going to regular spots that everybody goes to. So I was like, I like Canada, I want to go there, and that was the plan. I told a few people that was my original plan.
I remember.
But I feel like that was me to giving people an answer, because I did take a few steps to do it, but I don't know if my heart was ever really in it. And I wish it was, because now with the mindset that I have now, I definitely would have did it. If I was who I was right now, that I was 2-3 years ago, I would have went. I would have been going. I wouldn't be here doing this. And that's all from discovering Kevin. Kevin, despite what people may say, when it comes to men, he holds us accountable and forces you to think about being the best version of yourself. That for me was like, well nigga, what are you doing? Because for me, I was doing mindless shit. I was going to work, coming home, playing the game, going out on the weekends with my friends, going drinking. That was it. That was my life. That was it. Fucking my ex, that was it. that was my life.
I understand. It's a relatable thing.
Trying to meet up with my ex, fuck her, and then
I'm talking about
going about life, like working.
But like, I feel it.
Like never really putting in nothing for my degree. Nothing, just like, bro, that was really my life for like about 2 years. And Meek can attest to that because me and Meek worked together. So we would work in the same job and we would go out together. And you know, I discovered the gym a little bit from hanging out with Meek and stuff. But my life really didn't have a direction. And I can honestly say discovering Kevin Samuels gave me some form of putting everything in perspective and gave me a blurry road, because I ain't gonna say I got it all together, but it gave me a road nonetheless to walk. And I can never thank him for that. Unfortunately, he passed away. Also, I started going to the gym and taking it a lot more serious. I actually did the research on what I should do and how to eat better and everything. Like, changed my whole thing. Like, my dad, I remember I will never forget my dad telling me, like, yo, you really, like, because we come from a family of skinny dudes, like tall, lanky, skinny dudes. He's like, you really changed your body. Like, it was like my pop said that to me. Like, you really changed your body. And like, I'm never gonna forget that, because like nobody in my family really ever like been like to the gym or going to the gym or worked out or anything like that. So like that was just like, you know, it's a minor thing, but it's a thing nonetheless. And I'm not always gonna stay with that. But again, going back to Kevin, bro. I started, you know, taking vitamins, you know, taking care of my health a bit more, you know, going to the doctor, going to the dentist, just all the important things to just take more pride in my self-care as a human and as a man, and then, you know, follow, and then giving myself some direction on where to go. And then women is a whole nother different thing. That's like a whole nother different thing when it comes to him. But if I can lay it on a little bit. I never understood, like, and I don't want to sound, you know, because he's a controversial person, so it's only, of course, we're going to touch on controversy here. But I never understood the distaste, excuse me, fuck, the distaste for black men from black women. Now, I'm only saying that as a black man because I see the distaste, but it's always been like all my like so our family we dominate with women all in our family, and not to say the women in our family, you know, disrespect niggas all the time.
There's way more.
But I'm saying it's just way more women just
women
around.
dominant in our family.
Yeah, and just around my life.
Yeah.
So I've heard niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit for my entire fucking life. My entire life. And, you know, I hear little bitches ain't shit type thing as a counter argument on that, you know, whatever. But barely. Like, and that's not an argument because I just never understood the distaste. Like, and Kevin kind of put that in perspective for me why, you know, some of us are looked at as not shit from a lot of women, but it's unfair, and like, of course it's unfair. Like, that's unjustly put. Like I didn't do nothing to nobody, so why the fuck am I looking like a not shit nigga? I don't treat women like shit. I don't do nothing crazy. Like, so why am I getting looked at like that? And I never understood it. Like, you know, you can go to a bar and a shorty look like, oh, you break bitches' hearts. I'm not even that type, but at that point in my life, I didn't like. I might be that kind of guy. I ain't gonna lie.
I would laugh,
but
because it's like, I just look at it as a backhanded compliment. Like,
and it is, but like, I was never that type of dude. So it was just like, yes, it's a compliment, but at the same time, if you're not that type of dude, it's kind of disrespect because like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like they throw the compliment, but it's clearly that you can see the fucking
right. Because like, I'm not that type of dude. Like, I don't
like. What do you mean?
Yeah, like I don't.
When you say that, like, are you saying what I'm attractive to you? So obviously, I get the opportunity to break the heart. What are you saying? Like, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, and then that's obvious a way in. Like, all right, she think I'm popping, so cool. But like, it goes straight to that. Like, I know she think I'm popping, so cool. Like, but you know, when I go home and I think about these things, it's just like, well, like, no, like, I've never been that bull. I've never been one that had much confidence in myself in general, despite what most people may think, and I don't know what you've seen in me, whatever, anybody who's watching this, I've never had that much confidence in myself, ever. And my first girlfriend can attest to that, because she used to tell me all the fucking time, yo, you are a great person, have more confidence in yourself. That's cool, you're my girlfriend. That's why I felt like you're my girlfriend. You supposed to tell me that. You supposed to tell me.
But that's what I was getting to when I was talking about earlier with social anxieties. That's things that you can't just tell somebody, you know?
Exactly.
Shit, because women, when you got a flaw, women don't see it this way, but women that beat men fucking down about a flaw coming up. A dude with a flaw, shit, short. Don't be short, cuz. Like, I done heard all that shit. They make sure you know about your flaw.
Yo, like, even more so, right? Like, so, like stand on.
When is the body positivity going to come into play, bro? Because, like, you just tell me, don't talk about it.
Not to cut you off, but just to jump in back into the Kevin thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to segue somewhere else.
I thought about Meek a few times when I was watching Kevin, because I've had female friends. You know, I've always been a nigga with female friends. It's like that don't mean I was getting bitches. Like, that's not what I mean. I didn't always have female friends, but I had female friends, and Meek would always try like yo, who that? like who that? like who that? And fair enough, because like my friend was tough, but like it was never that for me. Like, we was never into anything. It was never a relationship there. But Meek would always be like, yo, who that? Like, she single? Like, what? And alright, so yeah, I'm gonna throw the oop for my bro. So like, I go back like, yeah, like my bro think, you know what I mean? And they be like, oh yeah, but he's short. And that was it every time. But that was it. But that was it every time though, bro. That was the argument every single time. Like,
but if I was to say something physically, like what I don't like about you, then
that's exactly what.
And that's what I was trying to like. These things it never was put in perspective for me until I watched Kevin, because he's like, women want certain things. You know, want a guy that's shorter than them or make less money than them, da da da. But I'm like, to me, before my mindset changed, I'm like, well, Meek's a great guy, and I guarantee
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
he would make you fucking happy. Now that was my I would call my beta behavior.
I laugh at niggas with that mentality though, because it's like it's that mad to what I want.
Yo, as you fucking should, because I laugh at myself when I used to think like that, bro. Like, I used to.
It's like I'm legit. I'm really. It sounds like, I'm sorry, but it sounds like you begging and trying to create a case for yourself. Like, nigga, I'm not. Look at me, man. That's not I'm saying,
yo, like
I'm bored.
I'm like, yo, I was not even told one of my friends one time, because she was like, she was always like complaining about the nigga she messing with and everything. I'm like, alright, but my boy's a good dude, no? Despite Meek is whatever Meek is, but like, as I know Meek as a person.
What you mean by that?
I see him trying to get the fuck out of here.
No, he don't.
Let me.
No, I mean like whoever you are to women, I don't think you.
Yeah, right. So I can't speak to that.
You're a great man.
Yeah, right. I can't speak to that, but I never knew this. Like, I didn't know the difference. Like, to me, it was my beta simp behavior before, because I ain't gonna lie, I was a fucking simp ass nigga, and I was kind of raised to be a simp ass nigga.
It's all women. Nigga.
I was raised to be a simp ass.
It was three of us, and everybody else was chicks, and they're trying to tell us how to
chicks. So
how to define them.
I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna come back to that, but that was my mental before. So even I was messing with a girl, right? Not gonna lie to you, so I can be completely truthful here, right? Whew. Tough to admit this, because I really gotta admit this right now. Because I gotta really admit this right now. I was moving to Canada, right? Part of the reason why I was gonna move to Canada was because of the girl I was talking to.
Yeah.
The girl I was talking to. I was so into this girl, and she would give me the same energy back. But now that I think about it with the mindset I am now, she did like parts of me, but I know the parts that she didn't like of me, which was some of the self behavior shit. She had her own shit going on too, like,
I'd take her out if I knew this. I'd take her out if I knew this. You know that now. This way going on.
But
I would let you go on.
I didn't tell nobody that. Nobody really knew that except like my female best friends. Like, they knew that I was into the girl.
No,
I knew
But-
it.
no. Don't you ever in your life jump into no conversation with no female friends like that.
No.
What? They not gonna let you know what you should be looking at from your point of view. What you need to
believe
defend
me,
yourself.
I went through a metamorphosis. I'm telling you, my nigga. I went through a whole metamorphosis with that during COVID. I went through a complete metamorphosis, my nigga. I can't even believe myself, and I don't blame anybody for it.
Nah.
I just know how I was raised and how I looked at things, and like I said, I went through a whole different mindset change. Like I felt like my fucking brain went 180. Like nigga, now you turn your real shit off.
I don't care how anybody see themselves. Every man's done something for a woman that they look at themselves and say, God damn, nigga, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, can't like it might not, everybody should not to the same degree, but it's like everybody at some point can easily look back and be like, fuck, I was open and doing the dumbest shit for you. And at the end of the day, bro, the shit that you chased after, like I was saying earlier, the shit that men chase after in lust ain't even the shit that we want. That's momentary, alright? Like, and it'd be like all of the qualities that you would argue about that you want in your girl. The only one that matter, really, I'm trying to tell you, is the one, as long as she don't get on your fucking nerves. That's it. If y'all cool and y'all can really talk and chill and be cordial, y'all can be friends. I mean, like get along together. That's better than every other plus. Because if y'all gotta stay in the house together,
COVID.
fuck anything. Like,
that showed relationship.
No. He made the point that like COVID showed that people not, you
There
know,
was a lot of
people that broke up during
relationships
COVID.
and situations that went up.
But COVID, even not, listen, that's different. Because like other people have coping mechanisms and things that they could use, like that they couldn't do during COVID. Like some people like to go for walks, some people like to have alone time. Like you still need your alone time, no matter how good of a person or your relationship gonna be. Because your life is not like y'all sharing it, y'all putting it together, but y'all still have two individual lives that y'all bringing together. You still need your own shit, she need her own shit. So if y'all take away the opportunity to have your own shit, it's like, oh God. And you forcing your lifestyle on me, you forcing everything, but it's like it's things where I can get
We're supposed to be different.
Yeah.
That's what makes us go.
Right.
No facts.
And because I don't have that option to like get up and do anything, it's like, yo, everything in this motherfucker, yo, my nerves, everything.
No.
That damn TV too fucking loud.
Show's trash.
But I'm
People was asking me to watch it with them. It's trash. It's like, no, that's how niggas. Bro, I don't know. My relationship was popping during COVID. Yo, I was having the most fun. Yo, I don't know about everybody else, yo.
No,
I was
bro.
popping, yo. Soon as that shit ended, that shit was like, I got my time. I want to do.
Right.
Not even that. Like, now that we wasn't forced to be together, then it was like, oh man.
It opened his eyes.
Nah, it didn't open up.
Nah,
Like,
I
my shit
just-
still just,
yeah.
it's up and down.
It just changed. Yeah, it just changed a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna come back around real quick. Just to go back to Kevin because we did. You know, it all leads up to it. But last thing I said was no. But I thought about Meek during that time because like again, my mindset was Meek's a good person, so he would treat you right since that's what you want. And like ultimately, that's what Kevin was trying to like get to. Like you might want all these things. You can want all these things. But at the end of the day, like what you just said, you have a dude you want a dude that's gonna value, that's gonna treat you right, and that's gonna take care of you. He don't gotta have the world. You know what I mean? He don't gotta be a billionaire and have like
Even
6
when
foot.
it comes to physical appearance, like, bro.
You don't gotta be 6 foot.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, even like things that you think, right?
Nah,
There's women.
To me, nah.
I can't speak for the psyche of it. I'm talking about like even with men. I know there's been times where like if this is your standard, you normally don't want to deal with under that, but then you find yourself attracted to women under that, right? Because it's not about that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's not like you going off a checklist. Like that shit don't matter when it comes to a real interaction with a person. So it's like you might like that visual thing, but like even if you're still attracted to somebody, but they not the most attractive, like, you know, if you're gonna go on the scale, to you they may still be that level because you're bonding, your connection to that person.
Right.
So it's like at the end of the day, do it fucking matter? Like to him, she might not be a 10, but to how I feel about her and how like we interact with each other, yeah, like, she a 10 to me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly, and that's all that matters. So he was like, I feel like he was trying to, you know, put the mirror in front of a lot of people, and make you realize that one, I mean, you almost asking for perfection.
right.
Not only that, but you caught on to it a little late. If you really go back into the beginning of his channel, he really killed men.
No, I watched everything.
He killed men, and women just even still didn't like it when he turned the channel onto them. And it was why? He did the same thing to us.
They don't receive criticism.
Because men can take it on the chin, like this is what life
You
is
made
like.
to take it on the chin.
Everyday life is like this. Just because you doing this on the internet with me, that don't change my everyday perception of the world. What I gotta do.
But they say life reinforces it for us. Like we gotta.
So it's like dudes that go through stuff like that. It ain't world ending. It's just Tuesday. Like,
no, that's the world for us. Like it is what it is, and I accept that. I accept that's what it is. But no, like his thing was like, you know, putting like you just said, like why don't they accept the criticism, right? Because that's the things I wanted to know. Like he was getting more deeper into it. Like you can criticize him, but why don't you want to accept it? And he like was laying it out. Like, and I've never seen anybody do that. Like there might have been people out there doing it, but he was the first person I seen doing it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I was so interested. And again, I didn't agree with every single thing he said. I didn't worship the ground the man walked on. But the man did something for me that no man has ever done. And he's changed my mindset into, I say, a more healthier one to be, you know, not just for my personal life, but how I deal with women. I'm in a relationship now, I'm happy. But I'm saying how to, you know, deal with women and how to take care of stuff in my own life.
Not even just women, how to present yourself in general.
Huh?
Not even just women, just how to present yourself in general.
Yeah, just how to say, it's self-care, just everything when it comes to self-care. And like, there was nobody in my life that was giving me that. There's no shade to my father or anything like that. My father, my dad's a great man. But again, you can't get everything from your parents. Your parents not perfect people. Nobody's parents is perfect
culturally
people.
it's not in it's not a thing.
For
so
us,
it's like he was changing that shit. He didn't have to have it in-house. Like he created a platform and a love where all men can get to. And yeah, basically love.
Yeah, and I felt like I have. And
all people, yo.
Yeah, not just men.
People.
You know, people in general. Yeah. So, I want to say thank you to Kevin for that, and I also just.
No matter what, I'm a man. For the women on the other side, no matter what you think, no matter how you feel, no matter what people in your echo chambers tell you, if a man telling you how he feels, and you don't have a say to dispute how he feels. Like, that's how he feels. You
Can't control it.
no, none of that. You don't get a vote there. Like, just like you feel something, I don't get a damn thing. So like, I think is another thing to segue up for that is a lot of niggas is pussy, and they's not going to say how they actually feel because they feel they're going to lose their opportunity with most of these women. So for somebody like Kev to didn't give a fuck and was just keeping it real, he said what was out there. It's like, listen, niggas don't like this, especially the type of men you're looking for. They don't like this. That's all. No matter what you feel though you deserve, they don't like it. Like, I could say, if there's dudes that feel though, that take care of somebody's kids, all that. But if you're asking, do they want to? Like, if they were to lay out a plan of their perfect situation, would they just jump up?
To literally circle back to Kevin, that was a big point of view when women came in with children. He's like, okay, so you're asking for this man that makes 6 figures. He might or might not have kids. You're not asking him to take food out of his kid's mouth to feed kids that aren't his.
Yeah,
that was a whole nother thing, and that's survival of the fittest in the greatest sense of things.
Just to piggyback off that, I was one who would not date women with kids. Like, that was me. So before I discovered Kevin, I was already like that. I was already set for not dating women with kids.
Yeah, because mine was selfish reason. Like, for one, you just can't give me the time that you.
No, facts. That and I don't care how it sounds. I want a whole family.
Right.
So
I didn't want to be
take that for what you want. Yeah, take that for what you want. I may not come from that, whatever. That's what I want in my life. I want a whole family.
You want to be started. You want to start your team.
I want to, yeah, exactly. I want my family to be
Hope as one.
as one. You know, all same last names, all matching, all good, all Gucci. I mean, that's my team. But in our community, we get flack for that. And I like this was before, like I said, before I discovered Kevin, we get flack for that. Like, whenever I would, like I said, I have female friends or whatever. So the girl was like, yo, yeah, I don't date girls with kids, and they'd be like, why? Like, I mean, it's just one kid. Like, no, dead ass. So I've had that sentiment.
Somebody said that to you?
Yeah, I had that sentiment.
It's just another life.
Yeah, it's just one kid.
So you talking about like this?
Like, you want to date a girl with one kid, and like, I feel like I would get roped into it, so I don't sound like an asshole. And again, I'm more of an outspoken person now, so I don't give a fuck how anybody feel about what I say. But then when I was talking to them, I would just be like, well, I guess one's not that bad. Not knowing what the fuck I'm saying.
So you're gonna date two people instead of one?
Not knowing what the fuck I was saying.
Like, bro, I'm trying to get in this relationship and build with this person. She got so much going on already that it's like I'm falling under.
That's my thing
and
with
it's
that,
like,
bro.
Not trying to take it. You got something going. Yes, I'm not saying your kid deserves to be taken care of. Absolutely. Right. But that don't mean because he deserves to be taken care of that it's my responsibility to step in and do this. So it's like, and not to be an asshole, I don't want this. Why can't, I'm giving it up front. This is not what I want. So why would I then put myself in a position that I don't want to be in? Where I'm
unhappy at that.
Right, and it's doomed. And now I'm ruining two other people's lives. Because I'm
wasting time.
Right, because I don't want to be.
And that was my biggest fear. That was it.
Man up to be like, yo,
Man up. What do you mean, man up? Man up to do what? That's not my man.
you didn't have to keep persuading it though.
I'm gonna say that's why I'm not going from me.
Yeah, no,
like I don't even want to deal with them.
I'm like in terms of man up, I don't know what you mean, because I don't know if you mean it in terms of like, because that's what women say. Like, man up. You get me.
I mean, man up as in, a guy is speaking up, as in walking away from the situation.
Okay.
Guys are still trying to pursue that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh no, me, no. I know, like when we talking and before it even get to like that level of communication, that I don't want that. Because I know,
same here.
I know what it can. I know what it possibly can turn into. I can know it can turn into us just talking, and it's just being a physical relationship. To just because it's a physical relationship, you have kids now.
Yeah.
Now you expect me to do for your kid because we have a physical relationship,
and
and it's like.
This ain't what it is.
I tried it one time.
And I don't even want to step into that life because it's like, I'm not going to be there. I know I'm not going to be there. So I don't want to get you used to this. I don't want to get him used to this. I don't want to be in his life, in her life, anything, because I'm not going to be there.
There's consequences to being a fake stepdad now. Like, you could legit get fucking child support put on you if you do that.
Yo.
Like, that's how crazy the world has turned out. You can literally like date a girl for 3 months, and if her kid gets to know you and sees you as a figure in his life, that girl can take you to child support, and you can potentially put child support.
But what if I got to know young boy, but he was never a figure in my life. Like, he was the boy that kept getting in the way when I was trying to say.
Exactly, but that's how it is now. And the reason why is because there's it's not in every state now. It's in some states. But the reason why is because there are so many single moms out here now today.
But they got to deal with who? Them, right?
Yeah, them.
You can't blame not one man for that, right?
Yeah, but that's of course.
I'm gonna tell you why you can't blame men for that, because there's more women with children than men.
Yeah.
So that means they all fucking the same niggas.
Well, they say like 50% of at least us black men don't have kids.
Right. So that means that they all fucking the same ones with kids and having more kids.
Yes.
So that means
Even when
right.
you
But my thing is, why then the people that's not participating gotta have anything?
Why do I gotta suffer for what these niggas doing?
Right. And then they keep making the same
equation.
over and over.
I'm the only one with kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so I fucked this episode up, you guys. I'm sorry. Had my cat in the background. I had some people talking in the background, so I apologize for that. Very distracting. But just to round it out about Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was an amazing man. He was promoting black families and promoting black love. He didn't go about it in a way, and some people didn't necessarily agree with, and there were some times it was nonsense, but overall his message was pure and clean. I didn't think he had any no bad intentions. I don't think the man would have been popular if he had bad intentions. And again, we'll be back, because we had some great dialogue this episode, and I really fucked up by not paying attention to my camera. I usually have to restart after half an hour, but we were so into the conversation. I mean, you guys, we went for like a whole another hour, and I wasn't recording the whole time. Goddamn tragic. Goddamn it, I'm fire, as Varen would say. But thank you guys for watching. And please tune in to the Black Man's Routine episode 5. No, wrong, and episode 4. But yeah, please, we go by the Black Man's Routine or BMR. I'm also getting ready to put our stuff out on Spotify, so if you want to listen to Spotify and not necessarily watch a bunch of us just talk, that's fine too. But yeah, thanks guys, and please tune into the next episode, and Mark is out.